Tomorrow's Taurus new moon does not arrive softly. It comes like a heavy golden lock turning inside the unseen vault of your life. And when that lock moves, something physical changes. Something financial changes. Something inside your body, your money story, your self-worth, your survival patterns, and your future foundation begins to shift in a way you cannot keep pretending you do not feel. This is not just a new moon. This is a celestial reset in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus does not deal in fantasy. Taurus deals in what is real, what is owned, what is built, what is touched, what is kept, what is protected, and what can no longer be wasted. You need to understand this before the energy fully opens. The universe is not asking you to dream randomly. It is asking you to get honest about what your life is costing you. Not only financially, but emotionally, physically, spiritually, and energetically. What have you been paying for with your peace? What have you been maintaining with your exhaustion? What have you been calling comfort, when deep down, it has become a cage? Tomorrow, the Taurus new moon places its hand on the vault door of your destiny, and for 3 signs, especially Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo, this may feel like a money reset, a body reset, a value reset, and a soul-level command to stop living beneath what you are actually worth. This new moon carries earth energy, but not the quiet kind. This is deep earth, ancient earth, the kind of earth that holds buried treasure, old bones, ancestral fear, forgotten seeds, hidden contracts, and wealth that cannot be accessed until the ground is broken open. Taurus is the sign of value, stability, money, food, rest, beauty, ownership, loyalty, and the body. When the moon disappears into darkness, here the universe pulls you inward and asks one sacred question. What are you building your life on? Not what you say you want, not what you post, not what you promise yourself at midnight when you feel emotional. What are you actually building through your habits, your spending, your choices, your relationships, your rest, your discipline, your silence, and your tolerance? This is why the energy may feel heavier than expected. A Taurus new moon does not always feel like fireworks. Sometimes it feels like silence before a vault opens. Sometimes it feels like pressure in the chest, tiredness in the body, strange hunger, deep sleep, sudden financial awareness, or a quiet refusal to keep wasting yourself. You may wake up and feel like something inside you has become serious. Not sad, serious, focused, ready, less willing to explain, less willing to chase, less willing to leak energy into situations that do not return anything real. And if you have been feeling this already, you are not imagining it. Many of you have been walking through a slow internal pressure you may have been confused about. Money, waiting for a payment, questioning your work, feeling uncertain about your next move, or wondering why the same pattern keeps repeating around effort and reward. You give too much, you wait too long, you accept almost enough, you stay loyal to people, jobs, dreams, and versions of yourself that no longer feed you. And the strange part is, you may not even have felt dramatic about it. You may have simply felt tired, quietly tired, soul tired. Like your body has been keeping a record that your mind has been trying to ignore. That record is part of the vault. Every time you said yes when your body said no, something was stored there. Every time you spent money out of fear, helped someone who never helped you back, stayed in a draining situation, or accepted less because you thought asking for more would make you difficult, something was stored there. Every time you doubted your worth, discounted your work, ignored your talent, or treated your needs like an inconvenience, something was stored there. Tomorrow's Taurus new moon brings you to the door of that vault and says, look carefully. This is what you have been saving. This is what you have been protecting. This is what you have been carrying. Now choose what is valuable enough to keep. Do not ignore what becomes obvious during this energy. Taurus is patient, but it is not blind. Lets things build until the truth becomes physical. You may feel truth in your shoulders, your stomach, your throat, your sleep, your appetite, your spending, or your sudden desire to clear your room. Check your accounts, change your routine, or pull your energy back from someone. This is not random. The body often receives Taurus energy before the mind can explain it. Your nervous system may know before your thoughts catch up. Your body may say, this is draining me. This is unsafe. This is not worth the cost. This is where I need stability. This is where I need to stop betraying myself. The warning inside this new moon is simple but powerful. Anything that only survives because you keep overgiving is unstable. Anything that requires you to abandon your peace in order to maintain it is unstable. Anything that keeps promising growth but never becomes real is unstable. The vault does not open for illusions. It opens for truth, consistency, patience, and self-respect. This is why you may feel less attracted to chaos now.
The drama that
once pulled you in may start to feel expensive. The mixed signals that once kept your heart busy may start to feel cheap. The financial habits you used to justify may suddenly feel like leaks in the floor of your future. And this is where the abundance begins. Not in fantasy. Not in magical thinking. Not in pretending that money will arrive while you keep treating your life like something temporary. This Taurus New Moon activates abundance through alignment with reality. It asks you to make the physical world sacred again. Your bank account is not just numbers. It is a mirror of boundaries, choices, timing, confidence, fear, discipline, and receiving. Your home is not just a place. It is a field of energy that either supports your becoming or quietly drains your strength. Your body is not just something you push through. It is the instrument through which your destiny becomes real. For some of you, this money reset may come through an opportunity, a new client, a new job idea, a new price point, a business shift, a better routine, a debt plan, a sudden realization that you have been undercharging, undersaving, or underestimating what you can create. For others, it may begin with a financial truth you did not want to face, a bill, a pattern, a leak, a dependency, a fear of asking, a fear of receiving, a fear of being seen as someone who wants more. But this is not punishment. This is the universe turning the light on inside the vault. You cannot claim fortune while refusing to look at the locks. Taurus teaches that real abundance is not rushed, it is cultivated. It grows like roots. It becomes powerful because it becomes consistent. So if tomorrow makes you feel slower, do not mistake that for blockage. The universe may be slowing you down so you can stop making choices from panic. Scarcity moves fast. Fear grabs. Anxiety spends. Insecurity accepts. But self-worth breathes. Self-worth observes. Self-worth waits for proof. Self-worth says, I do not need to chase what is meant to meet me with respect. Self-worth says, I can. Build slowly and still build something unshakable. Your body may speak loudly during this transit. You may need more sleep than usual. You may feel heaviness in your limbs, pressure around the jaw, tightness in the throat, sensitivity to noise, or a deep craving for quiet spaces. You may feel drawn to warm food, clean water, slower movement, fresh air, or simply sitting without. Explaining yourself. This is Taurus calling you back into the physical temple. Your body's not separate from your spiritual path. Your body is the ground where your spiritual path lands. If the body is exhausted, the vision becomes blurry. If the nervous system is overloaded, even blessings can feel threatening. So rest is not laziness under this new moon. Rest is preparation. Hydration is not basic. It is energetic support. Eating well is not ordinary. It is grounding. Cleaning. Your space is not a small task. It is a signal to the universe that you are ready to hold more. When you regulate your body, you make yourself available to receive without fear. When you stop overstimulating yourself, you begin to hear the deeper instruction. The vault does not open in noise. It opens in stillness. It opens when your breath slows enough for your inner knowing to speak. Emotionally, this may be a strange window. You may not cry dramatically, but tears may come when you least expect them. You may not feel angry, but you may suddenly feel done. You may not know exactly what is changing, but you may feel your soul stepping back from something it used to cling to. This is the calm before a real decision. Taurus energy often reveals through contrast. You begin to notice what feels nourishing and what feels depleting. You notice who makes your body relax and who makes your stomach tighten. You notice which plans feel solid and which ones feel like smoke. You notice where your life feels rich and where it has been surviving on crumbs. Relationships will be one of the strongest mirrors during this new moon, because Taurus does not only rule money, it rules value. And relationships reveal what you believe you are worth. Watch how people respond when you stop overextending. Watch what happens when you become quieter. Watch who respects your pace and who pressures you to return to the old version of you that was easier to use. Watch who brings peace to your body and who only brings intensity to your mind. Not every strong feeling is love. Sometimes it is anxiety wearing perfume. Sometimes it is attachment pretending to be destiny. Sometimes it is a familiar wound knocking on the vault door, asking to be let back in. This new moon may expose mixed signals in a way you can no longer romanticize. Someone wants access to your energy, but offers no stability. You will feel it. Someone speaks beautifully, but acts inconsistently. You will feel it. If someone claims loyalty, but disappears when responsibility appears, you will feel it. And if someone truly values you, that will become clearer too. Taurus is not impressed by noise. Taurus watches actions. Taurus notices repetition. Taurus asks, can this be trusted over time? Can this person hold weight? Can this connection become a home? Or is it only a storm you keep calling passion? Is where emotional maturity becomes non-negotiable. You are being asked to stop investing in people who only become clear when they are afraid of losing you. You are being asked to stop confusing chemistry with commitment. We're being asked to stop giving relationship benefits to people who have not built relationship trust. This does not mean you become cold. It means you become rooted. A rooted heart is not closed. It is protected. It knows the difference between generosity and self-abandonment. It knows love should not require you to shrink your needs until they become invisible. Communication may feel slower, but more meaningful. One honest conversation may matter more than weeks of vague messages. A silence may reveal more than a long explanation. A delay may show you whether someone respects you or simply enjoys your availability. Do not chase clarity from people who benefit from your confusion. Do not keep knocking on a door that only opens when you are walking away. The vault motif matters here because your heart is also a vault. Not everyone deserves the code. Not everyone deserves access to the deepest rooms of you. Access must be earned through consistency, care, truth, and presence. Now, what should you actually do with this energy? Slow down, but do not freeze. Observe, but do not avoid. Look at your money with courage. Look at your body with compassion. Look at your relationships without decoration. Write down what is draining you financially, emotionally, and physically. Write down what you want to build in the next 6 months. Not as a fantasy, but as a structure. What needs a budget? What needs a boundary? What needs a plan? What needs to be released? What price needs to change? What habit needs to end? What conversation needs to happen? What space needs to be cleaned? What truth needs to be admitted? Do not make reckless decisions just because the energy feels strong. Taurus does not reward panic. It rewards grounded action. Do one real thing, cancel one unnecessary leak, save one amount. Rest 1 hour earlier. Eat one proper meal. Send one honest message. Refuse one draining demand. Organize one corner of your life. Universe does not need you to perform transformation. It needs you to embody it. Small, grounded actions under Taurus energy become seeds, and seeds, when planted in the right soil, do not need applause to become powerful. Now we need to speak directly to the 3 signs who may feel this new moon most intensely. Because for Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo, the vault is not just opening around money. It is opening around identity, power, control, confidence, desire, and the future you are finally ready to claim. Taurus, this new moon is personal. It is happening in your energy, and that means you are not just watching a door open. You are the door, you are the vault. You are the treasure and the guardian of the treasure. For months, maybe even years, you have been changing in ways other people did not fully understand. You may have looked calm on the outside while your inner world was being rearranged piece by piece. You have been questioning what you want, what you value, who feels safe, what work is worth your effort, right? And why the life that once felt stable may now feel too small for the person you are becoming. This is your money reset because it is your worth reset. You are being asked to stop negotiating against yourself. Stop making yourself cheaper emotionally, professionally, spiritually, or romantically, just so others can afford access to you. If you have been undercharging, overgiving, staying quiet, delaying a decision, or waiting for permission to become more visible, this new moon places a key in your hand. But the key will not turn if you keep apologizing for wanting more. You are allowed to want comfort. You are allowed to want money. You are allowed to want loyalty, beauty, peace, pleasure, stability, and a life that does not constantly exhaust your nervous system. Taurus, your body will tell you what your soul already knows. Pay attention to what feels heavy. Pay attention to what feels peaceful. Pay attention to the difference between familiar and nourishing. Something may be leaving your life, not because you failed, but because your value has changed. Something may be arriving, not because you chased it, but because you finally became solid enough to receive it. The vault opens when you stop proving and start embodying. Your affirmation under this new moon is simple. I no longer build my life around what drains me. I build around what honors me, Scorpio, for you. This Taurus new moon activates the mirror opposite your sign, which means relationships, contracts, trust, intimacy, loyalty, and emotional power come into focus. But this is not just about love. This is about the price of attachment. Who has access to your emotional vault? Who knows how to reach the hidden rooms of you? Who have you allowed close because the bond felt intense, even if the foundation was unstable? Scorpio, this new moon, asks you to look at where you have mistaken depth for safety. Not everyone who reaches your darkness knows how to honor your light. You may feel this energy through another person's behavior. A silence, a confession, a shift, a boundary. A realization that someone is either building with you or feeding from your intensity. This may be uncomfortable because you often sense the truth before it is spoken. You feel what people hide. You notice the emotional temperature in a room. You know when something is off. But sometimes you wait for undeniable proof because part of you hopes your intuition is wrong. Under this new moon, the universe may stop letting you bargain with what you already know. Financially, Scorpio, this can also bring attention to shared money, debt, support, business agreements, or emotional entanglements tied to resources. Someone else's instability has been affecting your peace. This is where you begin to reclaim control. If you have been carrying too much, paying too much, rescuing too much, or tying your future to someone who is not equally invested, the vault door closes on that old pattern. Your abundance grows when your energy is no longer leaking into emotional survival. Your power returns when you stop confusing sacrifice with love. Scorpio, this new moon is not here to make you harder. It is here to make you cleaner. Cleaner in your choices, cleaner in your boundaries, cleaner in your agreements, cleaner in what you allow into the deepest parts of your life. A relationship may strengthen now if it is real, honest, and mature. But if something has been built on manipulation, avoidance, fear, or control, you may feel the ground shift. I do not fear that shift. Sometimes the vault opens by removing the wrong hand from the lock. Your affirmation is this: I trust what my body knows before my heart tries to excuse it. Leo. This Taurus new moon brings pressure and power to your public life, career, reputation, leadership, and long-term direction. This is not small energy. For you, this is the universe asking whether the life you are building reflects the respect you know you deserve. You may feel a serious inner question rising. Am I being seen correctly? Am I giving my best energy to something that can actually grow? Am I still performing confidence while quietly feeling unsupported? Am I working hard for applause? Or am I building something that can sustain me? Leo, your money reset is tied to your visibility. There may be a career decision, a business move, a reputation shift, or a moment where you realize you can no longer hide behind comfort. Taurus energy challenges you because it moves slowly, while your fire wants expression, recognition, and movement. But this new moon is teaching you that true success is not just being noticed. True success is being rooted in something real enough to hold the weight of your brilliance. You do not need a stage that collapses after one performance. You need a foundation that can carry your light for years. You may feel tension around responsibility. Part of you may want to rise. Another part may feel tired of carrying expectations. You may be questioning whether your current path is still aligned with your heart. This is not failure. This is refinement. The vault opens for you when your confidence becomes practical, when your talent gets structure, when your vision gets discipline, when your creativity gets a plan, when you stop waiting to be chosen and begin choosing the environment, work, and people that match your future. In relationships, Leo, pay attention to who celebrates your growth and who subtly resists it. Some people love your warmth, but feel uncomfortable with your power. Some people enjoy your generosity, but become distant when you begin asking for equal support. This new moon may reveal who can stand beside you as you become more grounded, more serious, and more successful. You are not here to dim your fire so others feel safe, but you are also not here to burn yourself out proving your worth. Your affirmation is this: I build a life strong enough to hold the fullness of who I am becoming. For everyone listening, whether you are Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or another sign feeling the pull of this energy, Understand this. Tomorrow's Taurus New Moon is not asking for perfection. It is asking for ownership. Own your patterns. Own your desires. Own your body's signals. Own your financial truth. Own the places where you have settled. Own the places where you have grown. Own the fact that you are no longer available for a life that keeps taking from you without feeding your soul. The vault is not opening because you forced it. It is opening because something in you is finally ready to stop living outside your own value. And when that happens, life begins to rearrange. The wrong offers become less tempting. The right opportunities feel more grounded. The draining people feel louder in your nervous system. The peaceful people feel safer in your body. The money choices become clearer. The future stops feeling like a distant wish and starts feeling like land beneath your feet. So tonight, before this energy fully settles, do not rush. Sit with yourself. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your body, and ask what you are truly tired of paying for. Ask what you are ready to build. Ask what your peace is worth. Ask what your future needs from you now. When the answer comes, do not dismiss it because it sounds simple. The deepest guidance often does not arrive like thunder. Sometimes it arrives like a quiet key placed in your palm. This Taurus New Moon locks in fortune for those willing to become responsible for their own value. It does not reward the loudest wish. It rewards the truest choice. Rewards the person who stops leaking energy, stops tolerating crumbs, stops betraying the body, stops fearing stability, and starts building with sacred patience. Your fortune is not only money, it is peace. It is self-respect. It is a home inside yourself. It is a body that trusts you. It is a future that no longer depends on chaos to feel alive. Do not ignore this. The vault is turning. The lock is moving. Something old is closing, and something solid is waiting to be claimed. Walk into this new moon with clean hands, open eyes, and a steady heart. What is meant for you will not require you to abandon yourself to receive it. What is real will meet your new value. What is false will fall away from the door. And when the vault opens, you will understand why the universe made you wait until you were strong enough to hold what comes next.